been in Europe for 9 weeks. I've been right in the middle of real soccer fans in the square in Capri, in the south of France with the French fans. I've been in Italy, in Rome with the Italian fans. I've been in England with the England fans. The England fans are disgusted with the England team performance. They thought they had a little bit of a chance going in, but I'll tell you the main talking point among the English is the US performance. They were so proud of the US for playing with a lot of grit and determination and desire to get through the group, which the US did. The English saw in the US the spirit that the English did not have in the World Cup. So for me, the US national team became much more popular in England than maybe they used to be. Don't forget, we talked about it on earlier shows, that the England national team were 30-1 to win the World Cup. The US was 300 to 400-1 to win the World Cup. So, but after the fact, for the English to really think the US did a good job is only good for Major League Soccer and US soccer as a whole. So many pluses in England about the US performance. The infrastructure in Major League Soccer is extremely well balanced and founded. You've got academies now producing talent like we have here with DeAndre Yedlin and another kid coming through named Aaron Kovar and Coley, and more coming in from behind the Sounders at the academy level. All around Major League Soccer, there's academy players becoming starters in Major League Soccer. Next year we've got New York City, and we've got Orlando coming in. New York City's going to have Frank Lampard and David Villa, who is a very good Spanish player in the prime of his career. So the league is going forward, and I think the way the US played in the World Cup will entice and encourage more and more top players from Europe to come and try living in America and playing in America. It's an unbelievable compliment, John, that Major League Soccer and international friendlies have dominated the US landscape the last few weeks. They've all wanted to come here and play. Roma, Liverpool, Bayern, Manchester United, Manchester City, even little clubs like Crystal Palace have been here. So for me, Chelsea's been here. So I think the future is Major League Soccer. I thought the World Cup, I thought it was pretty average compared to many in the past. I think the highs were Spain getting hammered by Holland 5-1, and then I think the other big shock was Germany beating Brazil 7-1. And of course it was 5-0 just before half time, so we're expecting double figures, but that was the two big shocks. But in the end, my head and everything told me before the World Cup started that the Germans were superior, and they proved it on the day. My only regret about the US national team was, how would we have done if the US national team would have played some strikers and had to go at the opposition? Because I don't think you can win if you play without strikers, and I think the US proved that. Thank God for Tim Howard, who did superb. Gonzalez did a very good job. Clint Dempsey, our Sounders guy, did a good job. And of course, DeAndre Yedlin came through as a good young promising fullback for the future. But all in all, progress was made by the US. Downsides clearly were, for me, was being an old winger, was Arjen Robben, who was diving all over the fields. Everybody loves Robben when he plays for you because he does flop and dive. But when he admitted it, that he was a diver, I was sick to my stomach, because that is a shocking commentary on the diving that goes on in the game today. It has to be cleaned up. Of course, the worst thing that happened was Suarez from Liverpool, who actually took a bite out of another nutcase, actually, Chiellini, I think, from Italy, and you can't do that. So for me, overall, there's a lot of pluses. The US was the winner in terms of popularity, and so for me, a good World Cup. US soccer was the winner. Major League Soccer will go on and on from here and do very well.